Tommy in Etobicoke, Ontario. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com, but call me Mo. Mo Better, because if you've seen Mo Better, definitely look at Mo Better and show everyone else how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut lenses. Your Zeiss Light D digital freeform progressive lenses with Photofusion extra gray and the red flash mirror. For your Scott Harris, model number 566, color 52, color 3, the cherry with the black. By the way, I am a Scott Harris dealer. I just do not have any of their frames on the website. Tommy emailed me and said, hey, can you do this? I said, okay. So, he had to figure out what frame it was he wanted, but it is the Scott Harris 566, color 3, which is the cherry and the black and the 52 eye size. This is really cool frame. Let me take a moment and see if I can pick that up. That textured red pattern on the front of the frame. I actually got a chance to meet Scott Harris. He is a real person. Actually a really cool guy. Pretty young to be a designer, although I'll be joining those ranks. Not as young as him, but I will be designing my frames in the next couple weeks, and you will see those frames. But it is a textured pattern all through here with the black temples, of course the red on the inside. Again, this is the Scott Harris 566, color 03 in the 52 eye size. So I'm going to pop out your original demo lenses. Anyone else wants a Scott Harris frame, just email me and tell me what model number, size, and color you want, and I'll check on price and availability and make it happen. But I need to program this shape into the computer so that years from now, should you ever need new lenses for your frames, I can mail them right to your home. You are Secret Agent 2783. I'm going to hit the start button. Little stylus is going to pop up, go around, trace the inside bevel of the right side of the frame before doing the same thing on the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy any Scott Harris frame and you'll receive one free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase. Now, for the health savings account, my website uses PayPal, and you can use any credit card with PayPal. MasterCard, Visa, Discover, American Express, but it does not take HSA Flex cards. So if you have a Flex dollars you need to spend, go to the Contact Me page, get the phone number, and I can take the payment over the phone. Now, I'm considered out of network for insurances, so you will get your out of network reimbursement for your purchases. Now, and just let me know if you need a receipt for that. And let's see, let's move on to the next screen. Pupillary distance is 29.5. The computer starts at 32.5, so I'm going to tap the minus button till we get to 29.5. Raise the optical center height, the seg height, the position of wear measurement to 21. And I'm going to take your lens out of the protective sleeves. This is your right lens, hence the term right. Pull that out, place that onto the platform. Now again, the nice thing about Zeiss, one of the reasons I switched over, well, for one, they had the Photofusion blue before Essilor did. And trust me, I was an Essilor guy strictly for years. But they document everything. They put it on the lens package that you'll be receiving. By the way, your name is underneath here, so that's why I covered it up. The names are hidden to protect the innocent, although I bet Tommy's not too innocent, but I'm still going to protect him anyway. But they give you this documentation too that has everything. Next time you go to the doctor and they just casually say, what are you wearing? Hand him this piece of paper. Say, Doc, I'm wearing the Progressive Light D from Zeiss. Here is my prescription for the right eye. Here's my prescription for the left eye. Tommy and I talked about it. We bumped up the bifocal strength, the progressive power. Here's my PD. Here's the seg height. Here's the base curve of my lenses for hyperopes who are base curve sensitive. And being a digital freeform progressive lens, it's got the compensated formulas for the distance and the near. It's even got the laser engravings that I put the dots over to get everything lined up. That's why they even have the dots on this page so that I can put that there. And that shows me where this is known as the layout. Zeiss lenses have a 6-drop. Now I know this is a lot of technical terms, but it's just nice for you to have that. I know a lot of people who keep folders with all their medical things. You millennials, you don't know nothing about that, but eventually one day you're going to keep a chart or a folder at home, or maybe you'll even do it digital, but you'll keep all of your medical records together. They do the same thing now for here. Your prescription is plano -50 at 50. Again, this is the Zeiss Light D, and part of the reason I write on here so you know you're getting the manufacturer's original packaging. Plano -50 at 50, and your bifocal strength is there. We'll get to your left lens in a minute, but let me see. This is a block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I need two double-sided adhesive stickers, of which I've got them here. The black side is the sticky side. We're going to line this up on the first block. Do the same thing now for the second one. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. On the back, that little silver button is a magnet. It's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. And the reason why I have those 3 dots on there, it tells me that it's laid out horizontally here and then vertically. The blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. So we're going to get everything laid out. Hang on, I got some dots on the lenses. Don't need to be there. It's throwing me off because everything is in black and white on my screen. So 29.5, 21 seg height. We are good to go there. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down, place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the lens that ain't right, which I can identify with. And again, let me highlight this for you. The Zeiss Light D18. The D is standing for Digital Freeform Progressive. Plano -50 at 65. Your 150 progressive strength. And if you guys missed any of that, hang on, this is your right lens, that is your left lens. If you guys missed any of that, let me recap. I know it's a bad joke, but you'll be telling it tomorrow. Now, this isn't the day that I ordered it. It's just the day they started processing and shipping it to me. So on these forms that have the date on there, don't worry, it's not that I ordered it late. It's when they get ready to ship and process it. You ain't getting me in trouble, Zeiss. I do what I'm told. So, let's see. PD is 31 for the left, so I'm going to tap the plus button 3 times till we get up to 31. Same optical center height. Pull the paper away, make the black side sticky, line up the magnet. Come on now. It's trying to get away. It's still alive. The lens is asking, why me? Why me? It was your time. I don't need any of y'all. I can play with myself. Listen to your words. Listen to the words that come out of your mouth. All right, so I was so poor growing up, I didn't have any generals in my toy soldier collection, so when my parents sent me to my room, I would play with my privates. Again, listen to your words. This is a family-oriented video here. So, hit that button, the arm comes down, places the block onto the lens. While we're at it, last risque joke. So, Tommy is in Etobicoke, Ontario. My wife and I took a trip to Nova Scotia and we drove around the Cape Breton Trail. We did it counterclockwise. She was in the passenger seat taking pictures of the cliffs and the water, so that's why we drove around. So you could go either way, but I did it that way so that she could take some better pictures. But she'd been wanting to go to Nova Scotia for a long time. When we finally went, we stayed in a different bed and breakfast every night we were there as we drove around the loop. And even though I was tired and getting ready to go to bed, every night it was like, oh, Canada. All right. Don't anyone tell my wife I said that. That's a secret. Shh. Come on, y'all. Between me and you, it's not going to leave this lab. I'm talking to myself. No one else is going to hear this. So, let's wake up the computer. Secret Agent 2783, or as I like to say, installment 2783 of my 330 million volume series of making a pair of glasses for everyone in America. And then actually my 360 million volume series, because there's 30 million people in Canada, making a pair of glasses for everyone in America and Canada. You know, it's amazing. Canada has the same population as California, 30 million people. At least it was the last time I knew that number. It's probably grown since then. But, all right, so these are polycarbonate lenses. If they were plastic, high-index plastic or Trivex, I would select that. But we're going to stick with polycarbonate because that's my go-to material of choice. I'm not going to polish the lenses because they're not going to be seen in this frame. It's just a default setting for polycarbonate. I wish I didn't have to hit that button every time. But you know what? In life, if that's the hardest thing I do, I think I'm doing all right. Oops, go back to no polish. I'm not going to put a safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, but I am going to place smooth out a safety bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. Now the magnets, I'm going to press that sticker on there firmly. The magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck. Or by now, you know I like to call it the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. I know, moan, groan, but free bad jokes with the purchase of every pair of glasses. And free lenses. I should call it freejokesandprescriptions.com. So, the lens are going to be traced by 2 white styluses, making sure it's large enough to fit into the right side of the frame. First go around, then it's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly and precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing, of which you will have none in this frame. But it's just a routine thing. And of course, I do cut higher powers all day long for how much? For free with the purchase of a frame, and it is a little bit more critical with the higher powers. Now the water you see in the background, that's there to catch the optical sawdust if this lens ever touches down on the cutting wheel. But polycarbonate lenses cut dry, meaning that no water sprays onto the lens while it is cutting, unlike plastic, high-index plastic and Trivex that has water spraying onto the lens while it is cutting. Now water will spray onto your lens, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form. As I mentioned, your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They are virtually unbreakable. These are high-impact ballistics-grade lens material, the same material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection. In fact, Zeiss has the most complete UV protection, going all the way up to 400 nanometers, which is why they have partnered with the American Cancer Society, because they offer the most complete ultraviolet light protection. And of course, you think, so what? Well, my wife just had a biopsy on a dot on her forehead. Turns out it's basal cell melanoma. She's going to have a hole cut into her head, onto her forehead, to remove the skin cancer that she has. And so that's why it's important to have as much UV protection as possible. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays will do to your skin. Just ask my wife. Where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that have to be reapplied every couple hours when you're direct exposure to the sun. This is permanent and never needs to be done. Now, the other nice thing about protection with your lenses, the Photofusion Extra Gray blocks 50 to 70% of the harmful blue light. You have the red flash mirror on the front of your lens. Sunglass lenses absorb the sun's rays. A mirror coating reflects it back, making it feel even darker. Now, it has its own proprietary anti-glare coating on the back surface, DuraVision Sun Anti-Glare, which is the most premium anti-glare that you can put on any lens. They put their premium anti-glare on the back surface, so you got the most complete protection all in one lens. Now, if you did not go with the Photofusion photochromic transition lenses that block 30 to 40% of the blue light, as I mentioned, you could get the Zeiss Blue Protect. Now, the Photofusion has even more, 50 to 70% protection. And you can get if you did not get one of the flash mirror colors, you could actually get the Blue Protect on there or any of Zeiss's anti-glare coatings. But with the Photofusion Extra Gray, with the flash mirror that comes in silver, gold, green, blue, or the new red, you can only get it with the DuraVision Sun back surface anti-glare. Now, you see the red mirror on the front, the red mirror on the back. When I activate these, you will only see the greenish color of the DuraVision Sun. So I'm going to tuck this in at the outside corner, push down with my thumbs. It snaps right in. Let's go ahead and start cutting the left. Flip that over to L. Place the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or today I'm calling it the Tommy. Tommy boy. Oh, Tommy boy. Hit the green button, the door closes, the clamp shuts. The lens is going to be traced by the 2 white styluses, making sure that they are large enough to fit into the left side of the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the left side. And then the old carpenter saying, measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens to know where to place the bevel so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing. Look at that, Tommy, you got nothing. You got no edge thickness there. Now, you get the thinner lenses at no charge. if you want the extra thick lenses, you got to let me know ahead of time, because everyone gets thin lenses unless they beg me in duplicate, in triplicate, say please give me the super thick lenses, and I'd be like no, and you say please 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 Seymour, I'd be like okay. So let's come down here to my lensometer, spin the axis wheel to 50. Sorry, Ben Stiller fan. What was that, Along Came Polly? Read the power on the lenses, and I'm getting nothing again. Zero, Plano, no power. Now PL is the abbreviation for Plano, which is a city in Texas, but in the optical world means nothing. Zero, no power, no magnification, no minification. Now you do have 2 steps of astigmatism correction. Uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. Think of it as the fine-tune knob, but we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 50. A straight line is 0 to 90 to 180. We're going to turn that knob just past the 45 meridian to 50, the oblique meridians. How's that for a new word? And let's check the second curvature. And we're at minus 50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. Into the minuses, minus 50. So, again, starting at 0 and then subtracting a half, you have a curve on your eye this way, which has no power. You have a second curve 90 degrees away, which is the minus 50 astigmatism, and it's how we line those 2 curves up to make everything nice and crisp. Now your left eye, again, same prescription, is actually OU, which is ocular universal? No, I have no idea. Oblique? You don't know. Take it from me. I went to college for this. It's OU. Obla-dee, obla-da, la 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 la, life goes on. By the way, have I mentioned I'm a professional, that I went to college for this, sat for the state board exam, have 21 years experience in the optical world, have personally cut tens of thousands of pairs of glasses, and now I'm cutting Tommies. I'm going to throw that all out the window. No. So, now, you need 150 strength. Now, the doctor wrote it for a 1. That's nothing. I hate doing a 1 progressive power, because you're going to run out of that juice within, a year and 6 months. We talked about it. We gave him an extra 150. It's just like having extra horsepower in your engine. You don't drive around with it floored, but it's called a progressive lens because as you look down, it progressively gets stronger and stronger, just like if you're walking from the shallow end to the deep end of a swimming pool. So the 1 in his normal prescription, the reason why the doctor does this, his doctor is going to kill me for saying this. He knows that he'll be back within a year or 2 for another exam for more glasses. By me putting an extra strength down here, that's going to put off him needing new glasses for an extra year, year and a half, possibly 2 years. So before, he would have to look all the way down to get to a 1 in power. Now with a 150, he only has to go down about this far before he gets there, and he has that little extra horsepower at the very end should he ever need it. Now, having said that, the reason why these sit up here, these are my surgery glasses. If I need to see a black screw in a black frame, I put on extra strong lenses, super horsepower in the top. This is my computer distance up here. The bifocal power is cheaper to do that. So, and these are just, I'm not going to be seen in public wearing these, but I have extra horsepower down here. Now, out of the top, I can only see the screen. Out of the bottom, I can only see right here. But there's times I just need to see a black screw in a black frame to see if it's stripped, or just to inspect the lenses up to the light. I will put these on to do so. That's why they sit up there. Remember tomorrow. Every decision you make should be based on how you want to live your life tomorrow. So whether it's an easy question someone asks you or a hard question you ask yourself, remember tomorrow. Why am I eating a salad for dinner tonight? Because I want to be in great shape tomorrow. So let's go ahead and pop the block off, add to my sticker collection, throw that back in there, come down here to my Marco 101 lensometer, spin the axis wheel to 65, put it in over that black dot, read the power. Again, I'm getting 0, nothing, no power. Let's check your astigmatism correction, the second curve. We're getting 0.50, exactly halfway between 0 and 1. Now your PD, 29.5 for your right, 31 for the left. So that should be what, 61.5? No, wait. 60.5. 31 and 29 is 60.5. Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. So, seg height of 21, turn the card around, place the PD stick against my thumb, and then we're getting, look at that, perfect. Let's measure the optical center height. Now kids, remember, not to the bottom of the lens, but to the middle of the thickest part of the plastic. We're getting 21. 21. Man, the kit is good. This is what's known as final inspection. I'm inspecting that the power is correct, the measurement horizontally and vertically are correct. The last thing is to get it in standard alignment. But this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that when you get these in the mail, Tommy, there's a small chance these could fit too loose or too tight. However, there's an 80% chance that one side is going to sit higher than the other. That's because 80% of people have one ear that is higher than the other. And because of that statistic, 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. It only takes about 30 seconds to a minute to adjust a pair of glasses perfectly, and I'm part of that 80%, and I'll show you in just a moment. But standard alignment, again, the 3-point stance, 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. Now, when I say wobble, the Oakleys that I'm wearing have straight tips, but on these Ray-Bans I was just showing you, excuse me, I talk so much my throat gets dry, plus the sawdust from cutting lenses. But I set them on the counter and press down, and they wobble. Weeble wobble. And so, flip them over, press down, there is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, that neither temple is askew like that. Check the tension on each spring hinge to make sure it's matching. If one was too loose or one was too tight, I would tighten the loose one. I would loosen the tight one until they're both matching. Now I send out a selfie request in every package. Tommy, I would love to have 2, one with you indoors with these clear, one with you outside showing the red mirror. I also send out cleaning instructions not only for your frame and lenses, but for the premium microfiber cleaning cloth that I provide. The Zeiss provides you with a cleaning cloth, and let's see, does Scott Harris include one with your case? No, but you'll get 2 more from me anyway. I like that orange, or as we say down here in the dirty South, orange. So, but I send out cleaning instructions not only for your frame and lenses, but for your cleaning cloths and how to care for your case so it too will last you for years. Now I'm going to go ahead and expose these to a strong burst of ultraviolet light, and as you'll see, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for photochromic transition lenses to darken, a little bit longer when you come back inside, a minute to a minute 15. Now this is important, everyone else pay attention. All photochromic transition lenses will turn dark on day 1 and continue to darken every day for the first couple weeks they're exposed to the sun. After that, they will work for years at maximum performance. The only time they won't work is if you're behind the windshield of a car, because your windshield absorbs the sun's harmful ultraviolet light that would cause your dashboard to crack from sitting in the sun all day, and that's why they don't turn dark in a car. Now, having said that, these extra active gray will turn dark in a car. They'll turn 30 to 50% dark in a car. They're also temperature sensitive, meaning they will get darker when it's 85 and below than they will when it's 95 and above. But I like to remind everyone, when it's 100 degrees outside, you're miserable, your lenses are miserable. Nobody works 100% when it's 100 degrees outside. Look at that, that red mirror with the red frame and the black trim on there. Tommy, man, that looks good. So, but again, as I was saying, we all work much better when it cools off. But these extra active lenses are designed for extra active people who spend extra amounts of time outside and perform better. And if you live in hotter weather, now, Tommy's, and I'm trying to say it again, Etobicoke, Ontario, but people who live in Texas, California, Louisiana, Florida, anywhere where it's really hot and humid, you may want to consider getting the red flash mirror. Now that's it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me the thumbs up and like this video. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as Free Prescription Lenses, on Twitter as Free RX Lenses. If you have any questions like Tommy did, if there's a frame you want, just go to the Contact Me page of the website. Ask me which model number, size, and color that you want, and I'll check on the price and availability. You can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. But Tommy, and I'm trying to say it again, at Etobicoke, Ontario, thank you so much for the purchase of the Scott Harris 566 color 3, the cherry black, and the 52 eye size. And now hopefully everyone else has gotten a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.